Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez arrived in Beijing for official visit on Thursday. This marks Sanchez's third visit to China within 3 years. Sources from the Spanish government revealed that Sanchez's visit was supported by the European Commission. At a time when unilateralism and protectionism cast a shadow over the world, this visit carries greater significance, sending a positive and clear message. China, Spain, and other European countries adopting a pragmatic approach to cooperation. For a long time, the political landscape within the EU has been complex and diverse. Amid the persistent noise of so-called de-risking from China, the mutually beneficial and win-win cooperation between China and Spain has served as an example for China-EU relations. In recent years, Spanish agricultural products have increasingly gained favor among Chinese consumers, while China's strengths in new energy technologies and manufacturing have injected new momentum into the Spanish economy. People have noticed that on April 9th, after the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent threatened Spain by saying that getting closer to China would be like cutting its own throat, Luis Planas, Spain's Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, Food and Environment, countered, stating that the country intends to not only continue having excellent trade relations with China, but also expanding the relation. In the shared endeavor to fight against unfair tariff barriers and uphold multilateralism and economic globalization, China and Spain have become partners on the same path. Sanchez's visit has pressed accelerator on deepening China-EU cooperation. On April 8th, China's Commerce Minister Wang Wentao and the European Commissioner for Trade and Economic Security Maroš Šefčovič held a talk via video and reached a consensus that the two sides agreed to immediately start negotiations. China and the EU have agreed to look into setting minimum prices of Chinese-made electric vehicles instead of tariffs imposed by the EU last year. Behind this breakthrough lies a deep mutual understanding that there are no winners in a trade war. It not only helps China and the EU effectively avoid an escalation of trade tensions, preserving market space for automakers and other enterprises along the production and supply chains, but also offers a real example of how negotiation and cooperation can resolve trade disputes and mitigate conflict between nations with sincerity and mutual respect.